well, at least some of it was good. I'm Bustle Basics. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing. Sorry about that. My voice is a little hoarse. Smackdown. Yes, I have not watched Smackdown in over a year. Crazy to think that. It's not that Smackdown wasn't terrible, it's that I didn't have the time for it, and plus it's run by Fox, which is run by idiots. But I digress. This was a better go-home show than Raw was for the Royal Rumble, but it did had some moments that I didn't really care about. So we start off with Daniel Bryan in the ring. The crowd noise was ungodly, just irritating. But Bryan's determined to win the Rumble. This was a good promo. You know, talking about how his hips don't lie or something like that. I kind of tuned out on that, but I thought that was funny. And then AJ Styles comes out with his giant Omos or Amos or whatever the hell we're calling. I'm just going to call him Omos because that's what he goes by. But they just like to change his name for no reason. Bryan challenges Styles. Styles accepts. And Omos apparently has a cut above his eye. I don't know what happened there, but that does look pretty bad. So I hope he's okay because he is a pretty good big man. I've seen like a smidge bit of his stuff, I think, in the Performance Center. The guy can go, like, for a big guy, he's not that bad. Bryan versus Styles tonight. And the progressive match flow featuring Bayley and Bianca. Progressive match flow with the women. Maturity! Backstage with Kayla Braxton and Bayley. Social distance Bayley because she was all up in her face. And then we have that match, Bianca versus Bayley. This was a good match. Bianca, very good star. And also that she can literally carry Otis. I forgot to mention that they were doing that whole obstacle course thing or whatever the hell it was called. Bayley lifted up Chad Gable, which, not to be rude, Chad Gable can be lifted pretty easily. And then Bayley's like, oh no, you're not lifting up Chad Gable, you're lifting up Otis. Otis is not a small man. He's like 350. How does Bianca do it? I don't know. But anyways, to this match, this was a very good match. Bianca went with the KOD, the Kiss of Death. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. Emotional promo from Bianca. She's determined to win the Rumble. Okay. Good stuff. I like Bianca, and that will factor into the predictions I'm going to be doing. I forgot to mention I will be doing my predictions as well. King Corbin comes down. His attire looks way better than it used to be. And then Dominik Mysterio attacks for reasons. Ray joins on commentary. Match was okay. Bad landing by Dominik. That looked pretty bad. In the end of the day is 1, 2, 3. And then Corbin tries to attack Ray, but Ray prevails and consoles his son. Okay, whatever. Don't care. I like Ray. Dominik's not terrible, but you should have given him at least a few years to, you know, polish him and all that stuff. And Corbin, I give Corbin a lot of flack and a lot of crap. He's actually not bad. His character is just not interesting. It's just kind of boring. Corbin as a worker, he is pretty good, though. And then backstage, Big E, Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville looking fantastic in pink tonight. And then Miz and Morrison are there to ruin everything. Then Big E attack Miz and Morrison. Brawl pursues, and we cut the commercial break. And then recaps of Banks versus Reginald. I have looked up Reginald Thomas. Give him a contract. The guy has a great background in athletics, in gymnastics. He has had some issues. He was part of a gang, and I think one of his friends got shot, and that made him realize, okay, I need to get out of here, or else it would have been a Dino Bravo situation. We don't want that happening again. And then Banks is meeting Reginald, and Kalisto was wearing a fedora for no reason. That was beyond weird. Like, Sasha was, like, trying to seduce him with wine talk? I don't know where they're going with this. Then we do a recap of the whole Reigns and Owens feud all the way back for the TLC, which was a goddamn great match, by the way. And then Nakamura and Zayn are backstage. You know, Zayn's trying to recruit Nakamura, saying, you know, Cesaro's been doing all this great stuff on the single stuff, but you haven't been doing anything. He's trying to recruit him back like they used to be as their trio. He basically tells Zayn to piss off, and then we go from there. Final confrontation or sit down between Owens and Reigns. This was great stuff. Reigns being the cocky heel and being a big dick about it. Owens, you know, being very passionate. Great stuff. This was a great stuff. And Reigns turning off the camera. I thought that was funny. And Owens basically screaming into the camera saying, I will win the Rumble. Or I will win the match at the Rumble. Good stuff. Great stuff to hook in for the Royal Rumble. Our last man standing match. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Cesaro on commentary. Match was good. This is the weaker one because it ended by a DQ. For a while, I thought the Royal Rumble match from a couple of years ago, I thought that was their weaker match. But this was their weakest because it only went for about... Because I thought it was going to go through all the way to the end. But no, it only went for about like 15 minutes. And then Zayn interferes and would cause DQ. Nakamura and Big E come down. And then it's a 6-man. Styles, Cesaro, and Zayn versus Nakamura, Big E, Daniel Bryan. Match was okay. Went on for a little bit. And then Miz and Morrison come down. They attack Big E. All of a sudden... Otis comes down, and then we have a 9-man tag? Okay. Otis, Big E, Daniel Bryan, Nakamura versus Miz, Morrison, ho, hey. AJ Styles, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. And all of a sudden, Sheamus comes down. Now it's a 10-man. This is where everything starts to go off the rails, because it cranks up from like a 6 to an 11, and like that. It's like WCW 2000 styles of booking. And then... 10-man, bro kick to Sami Zayn. Okay, Sheamus wins for his team. All of a sudden, Braun Strowman returns. Big boy, proud Braun. I messed that up. Proud boy Braun. That's what he is. He comes down, wreaks havoc. Okay, he looks in better shape. Like, he looks a little thinner. I will say that. Chaos, as I put it. We fade to black. Strowman stands tall above everyone else. Okay. Well, that does that for that. And now... time to get on my predictions. I also have my Chromebook here, or I have my computer here, so I can know what the participants are for the Rumble matches. Even though I don't know why I wrote down my predictions on paper. But anyways, we're gonna start off with the women's tag team title match: Asuka and Flair versus Jax and Baszler. Having Jax and Baszler win because Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler need to win the titles back. I like Asuka. Don't care about Flair. That's not fair to Flair, and I don't care about Flair. Charlotte's a good athlete, but she's buried way too many talent. Like, we're talking John Cena levels. So yeah, it might be through fluky stuff, but I'm picking Jackson Baszler win, and hopefully they drop the tag titles to the Riot Squad. For the love of God, give the titles to the Riot Squad. And then, Goldberg versus McIntyre for the WWE title. For the love of God, let Drew win. I have a feeling that they're going to give it to Goldberg because they've been teasing Goldberg's never won the WWE title. They're going to give it to him. I don't want to say that. I hope to God that I am wrong, but I feel like that's what's going to happen because Vince is freaking greedy. He is desperate for viewership, and it's insulting. I hope Drew wins. I seriously hope Drew wins, because Goldberg doesn't need to win the title. Yeah, that went well last year. No, it didn't. It did not at all. So, yeah. I want Drew to win, but I think Goldberg's winning, because why the hell not? And then we have I'm sorry, I cannot speak today. Owens versus Reigns, last man standing match for the Universal title. AKA, Owens is going to die. KO has sacrificed himself for the greater good. He has saved us from our sins. I think Apollo Crews is going to interfere, and then we're going to have that storyline going on, because they haven't really done anything with Crews yet, and this heel turn might help him out. Reigns is going to win, and then hopefully my Royal Rumble prediction winner might take the title off him, but we'll see. And then I just found this out. I kind of figured this was going to be on here anyway. Sasha Banks versus Carmella for the SmackDown Women's title. I'm picking Banks because Carmella doesn't need to win a title. And then, let's go on to the Women's Royal Rumble match. Here are the participants. Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Mandy Rose. I about to say Sonya Deville. She's not in it. Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Peyton Royce, Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Natalya, and Tamina. Natalya and Tamina are going to have a match on WWE Backstage, and the winner will be the number 30 entrant. I think Natalya's going to win that one. Here's who I have winning. For SmackDown, I have not Baszler. I have Bianca Belair. Because then you can set up a match between her and Banks, and that will be a great match. If she doesn't win the Rumble match, then she could probably win the match at Elimination Chamber, maybe a number 1 contenders match, and then you can set up that feud for Mania. On Raw, I have Rhea Ripley. Because Charlotte is going to eventually win the title from Asuka and destroy any momentum that Asuka's had, because we can't have nice things. And then, we're going to have a redemption story. Rhea is going to challenge Charlotte for the title and say, since you won my NXT Women's title, which you should not have won at Mania 36, we never had a proper rematch. So we're going to, instead for the NXT Women's title, we're going for the big ones. And I hope to God that Rhea will eventually win over Charlotte, because that is insulting if she doesn't. So yeah, SmackDown I have Bianca, and Raw I have Rhea. And then for the men's, this one's going to be interesting. Alright, here are the participants for the men's Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Otis, The Miz, Jey Uso, Jeff Hardy, Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, Big E, John Morrison, Sheamus, Mustafa Ali, King Corbin, The Mysterios, Dominik and Rey, Braun Strowman, and Edge. For SmackDown, I'm picking Daniel Bryan, who most likely might win. They've been teasing that ever since 2014 and 2015, so they might actually do it this Sunday. I think if Daniel Bryan wins, he'll face Roman at Mania and potentially take the title off of him. Now, if they don't, I don't have a problem with that, because Reigns and Bryan always had good matches with each other. For Raw, I have Edge winning. Now, if Edge wins the Rumble, I don't have a problem with that, because he hasn't won one in 11 years. But Bryan's never won a Rumble match. I think if Edge wins, him and McIntyre might have a damn good match at Mania. If not, then that'll be a big, big, big disappointment. So, these are basically my predictions for SmackDown. Or for the Royal Rumble, I should say. This could be an interesting Rumble, considering there will be no fans and no crowd, and it'll just be the stupid Thunderdome. The award-winning Thunderdome, in the biggest quotation marks possible. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Post down in the comments what you will think win the women's and the men's Royal Rumble. I'm Busted Up Basics. Like, comment, subscribe. Tap the bell for more notifications. Join the herd. I'll talk to you guys next video. Peace out. Nope.